What's up guys, my name is Ace, and the Modern Warfare 2 beta is live for PlayStation users. However, there's a couple pretty big bugs with it right now that are preventing you from unlocking everything that you may want to be using in the game. So today, I'm going to be showing you how to unlock and put attachments on a couple of the best guns in the beta that I've experienced so far. These are the AK-74U as well as the MP5. And then also, I'm going to show you guys how you can get dead silence on your loadouts, even though the current level cap doesn't allow us to unlock the dead silence field upgrade yet. So let's start this off with unlocking the MP5, because as you may have noticed, if you go over to the SMG category, the MP5 is there, but you can't equip it. You can't unlock it yet. However, you've probably noticed a lot of people in your games using the MP5, and you may also notice that it's kind of hard to beat those people because it's a very, very good gun in this beta. So in order to unlock this, there's a little bit of a trick to it. What you want to do is go into the gunsmith, create a custom loadout, and the key here is you want to make sure that your current perk package doesn't have overkill on it. Doesn't matter what the perks are, just select any one of the default perk packages that doesn't have overkill. Then from there, what you want to do is equip your primary weapon as the Expedite 12 shotgun. Once you do that, now you want to go back to your perk package and you want to make sure you're using a perk package that has overkill. And you can edit the other perks as well. Make sure you get the perks that you actually want to use. But the key there is you must have overkill on that setup. And when you do this, it will default your secondary weapon to the Lockman 556, because I think that's sort of second in line. Normally it would default to the Expedite 12, but since that's already on your primary and you can't have two of them, it just defaults to the Lockman 556, which allows you to use that gun as your secondary. And in doing so, this allows you to unlock the Lockman SMG, which is the MP5. So once you get this all set up, just hop into a game, use that Lockman 556. It should take you like 1 to 3 games depending on your performance. And just by using that and leveling it up, you'll eventually unlock the Lockman SMG. And once you do that, you can now just access it normally in the menus. You can drop overkill from your class, put whatever you want on there, and you now have that MP5 unlocked. As for the next thing that you've probably noticed by now, the AK-74U, you can unlock this gun in the beta, but you can't seem to put any attachments on it. And I personally really like this gun. It was actually my favorite gun at the Call of Duty Next event. It was the one I was using most often, but even at that event, we couldn't put attachments on it. However, there's actually a way that you can do this. So with this, you can just select the AK-74U as your primary weapon, or secondary even if you want to. Set everything up the way you want it set up. However, don't even attempt to put attachments on it because it's just not possible, at least currently. They may fix this at some point throughout the beta, and I hope they do. But until that happens, you can select it, and then what you want to do is load into a game. It can be any game you want. Probably a respawn game mode is going to be best for you, so you have some time to deal with this. And once you load into the match, you want to pull up your loadouts and you want to edit your loadout. And from this screen, if you go to your primary weapon, there isn't a button or anything that lets you know that you can edit attachments on your gun. But if you just press square when you're hovering over the AK-74U, this actually opens up the attachments tab, and this is where you can start to put attachments on there. So you can just scroll through each one of these attachment categories, pop on whatever attachments you want, and once you get it set up the way you want, there you go. You've got it all set up. You've got your attachments on the 74U, and now you've got what I feel is one of the best guns in the game with attachments. You don't have to run it without them. Now finally, let's talk about the Dead Silence field upgrade, which I think is going to be quite useful in this game. Footsteps are quite audible, and it's nice to be able to, at the very least, have a field upgrade to make a push. However, with the level cap currently being set at 15 and Dead Silence being unlocked at level 30, it kind of seems like you won't be able to use Dead Silence unless you use one of the default loadouts, which does have Dead Silence on it, but you can't edit that loadout. So you're stuck with whatever gun and perks and everything you've got on there. But there is actually a way to add Dead Silence to your custom loadout so you can set it up any way that you want. And this one is super simple, but many people probably haven't noticed this yet. What you want to do is add a new Create a Loadout. And when you do this, it'll give you 3 options: Assault, Hunter, and Tank. And if you select the Hunter loadout out of this, that has Dead Silence equipped on it. So select that, and then from there, you can just edit everything else on here the way you want it. So you can edit your perk package, your lethals, your tacticals, your primary, your secondary, put anything else you want on it. Just make sure you don't switch away from Dead Silence. And there you go. Now you have a custom loadout with Dead Silence without having to reach level 30 in the beta. And this is something that, now that I figured out how to do this, I'm going to be doing this on all of my class setups. And with that, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. These are just a few tips that made a huge improvement to my experience in the beta once people told me. Thanks to all of you in my chat while I was streaming for letting me know how to do various things like this. I just wanted to make sure I'm spreading the word so that you guys get the best beta experience possible. And with that, now that the beta has been out, for all you PlayStation players out there that have gotten your hands on it, I am kind of curious to see what your initial thoughts and impressions are based on this beta. What are some of the things you like about it, some of the things you don't like? Just let me know down below. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.